And I'm so happy and blessed to have you in my live stream, because that means when you click on my live streams, you are looking for some debt free capital opportunities to invest into your startups and small business owners. Now, in advance, I'm apologizing in advance because you guys know I'm renovating properties and stuff internationally. So if you hear the machine outside, all right, they are redoing some tiling out in the driveway. Okay, so my apologies. But this is a good mic and I'm pretty sure you can hear me, okay? Gonna give you guys a few seconds to come in. Now, in this live stream, I want us to go over 5 different reasons why. All right, we're going over 5 common mistakes. Sorry, 5 common mistakes that most entrepreneurs make, and that's keeping you guys broke and stuck in your startup development process. Why you keep doing the whole startup recycle? All right, and I've talked about this once before, so some of these steps I've already went over last week, but really, this entire live stream is supposed to be like a business development recap. It's supposed to be a recap of, are you actually ready for grants? So many of you guys are like, oh, I need like some grant money. Oh, I'm supposed to get this grant. Oh, I need some capital. But you're not properly prepared. I've been having some amazing one-on-one consultations with you guys, and I've asked some actual probing questions, and the answers I've been getting are quite interesting. Quite interesting to say the least. I keep getting this um well, I mean, I guess, or what you think about, and I'm not getting your actual compassionate stories. I'm not getting your actual like what you have in mind. So many of you guys have amazing ideas and you can really do some great things with them. However, you just need to have a full strategy. All right, so I'm letting you guys come on inside of the live stream. Like I said, sorry in advance if you hear some noise going on because they're redoing stuff outside, okay? Because we making moves. But we're going over the 5 common mistakes that most entrepreneurs have when you guys are developing. And I'm going to give you reassurance and clarity to make sure you know what you need to have or how you need to be properly prepared for these grants, okay? It goes way beyond just having your LLC, having your EIN, having your website, having a business plan and all that other stuff. It's all about, what is your business model? How are you executing? How are you bringing in money? What are your actual revenue goals? What are you doing? Right? What have you done? I had an amazing consultation, not even a real consultation, but a 20-minute conversation with a woman earlier. And she stated that she wanted to get some grant funding to go towards, her developing like this youth development center, kind of like the YMCA's, right? So she wants a physical building where she can bring children, the youth, and she can teach them job readiness programs in different trades. So she asked me a question. She said, after she's already done the work to be a 501c3 nonprofit, she said, should I be a nonprofit or a for-profit? Now, that confusion is what the funders do not like. How are you going to kind of come and ask me, should you be a nonprofit or a for-profit, and you've already done the work? So I'm here to give you guys reassurance and clarity, and you must pay attention. These live streams, you may think I'm going to come on here every day for the rest of my life at 9 a.m. Eastern time, but absolutely not. This quarter 1 is over come April 1st. And when April 1st comes, the conversation is definitely going to be targeted towards tech companies and people who really do got the money to play this game. So for all my startups, I love you guys, but I'm definitely leaving you hanging come April 1st. So you better ask the questions you need to ask now. So let's go over the 5 common mistakes that's keeping entrepreneurs and startups in that same startup cycle, keeping you guys broken, stuck, and not being able to execute and elevate. All right, so I'm going to be straightforward and direct. Then I'll leave the last 10 minutes of this live stream for you guys to ask me any type of questions. Hey, good evening. Thank you so much for coming in. All right. So the number one mistake is you're treating your business like a side hustle. I've talked about this once before, but this is really true for you guys. You guys are treating your business like a side hustle and not even like a really good one. Even if you are doing a cleaning based business, like say you're doing cleaning residential properties, Airbnbs, all kinds of stuff, well, you're treating it like a side hustle when you can treat it like a full-time job and go part-time on your actual job and take on more clients through your cleaning business. But the thing about this is, number one, you're not consistent. You're only working on your business when you have the time. Two, you're not tracking your income, whatever income you do have coming in. You're not tracking your customers, and you're not creating, any business growth strategies. It's important for you to understand where you are, How much are you like, how much are things costing? And after you've gotten your first a couple of clients, you get to actually see what's your profit and loss in that. And then you can develop or increase your prices. But you guys are not doing any like business growth strategies or creating one for yourself. Funders and high ticket clients can sense when you are not serious and they won't invest in you. When you are applying to a grant, they ask you certain direct questions like, what is your customer retention strategy? Right? How do you plan to measure traction in your business? They're going to ask you questions. And if you don't know how to answer them or if you don't comprehend, then that means you haven't been to that stage yet. And because you haven't been to that stage yet, well, maybe you're not ready for this road, right? Maybe you're not ready for this rodeo, and not saying that you'll never be ready. It just experience is the best teacher. You know what I mean? So you need to actually get in the game. You either going to sit on the sidelines and continue to be a side hustle, a sole proprietor. That's the professional language for it. Or you're going to actually get in a game, get an LLC or INC, and let's play football. Now, here's some 3 key solutions that will help you out. You need to schedule a dedicated work hours just like your 9 to 5. You do. I said that you guys, like, if you're starting a business or you have a great idea, you can commit at least 15 to 24 hours a week on that idea or on developing or on actually generating revenue for your business. Especially if you've had your LLC and stuff since 2020 and you haven't generated not $1 for your LLC, you ought to be ashamed. I don't care what you've been going through, because at the end of the day, when you purchased the LLC, that was the day that you decided to commit to entrepreneurship. No matter if you were going to school, no matter if you had a death, no matter if you were going through physical, and if you were going through a physical in the situations like a car accident or something, that's, I totally understand that, right? But literally, you guys have seen me dedicate my time all the time. I've lost my baby. I've had a miscarriage. I still got on here every day at 9 a.m. I have lost my grandma who raised me. I've also lost my auntie, all within 3 months. This is recent. This is within the last 6 months, last 6, 7 months. And I'm still coming on here. So I'm not allowing life adversities to slow me down from coming on here and showing commitment, 1, to you guys, who is my community, and 2, being able to persevere, because we all know, even in the Bible, perseverance builds character. Character builds hope. That's an actual word in the Bible. I actually posted that word on my community post. That's in the Bible. So dedicate yourself. All right. If you don't sacrifice some time to this, then you need to ask yourself, seriously, are you ready for this journey? 2, develop a clear revenue plan. So how are you making money? Who is paying you? How often? How are you making money? Who is paying you? How often are you getting paid? Okay. You need to get structured. So many of you guys have a sole proprietorship. I don't know who told you this. I'm going to give you reassurance and clarity on this. A lot of you guys have what's called a DBA. DBA is an acronym for doing business as. DBAs are nothing but fictitious names, aka nicknames for your business. Some of you guys have a DBA, but you don't even have an LLC. So that means you don't have a business. You just have a fake nickname. Sole proprietorship is just a professional language for side hustle, side gig, hustler. Commitment is actually getting a limited liability company. Limited liability company. Liability. That means whatever happens in this business, in financials, or whatever happens, you are personally liable for this. Liability. Incorporations, big dogs. It ain't just you, it's you, and it's a whole team of partners. And you guys are taxed on the shares that you own of this company. The percentage. So you need to get structured. You need to have a business bank account, not a personal one. Grantors will not give you money directly to your personal bank account, not small business grants. You need to have an actual business bank account. Okay? Financial records. You guys need to do some bookkeeping and accounting. Sign up for QuickBooks. Okay? There you have it. Commit to treating your business like it's a real company, and I want you to start today. Okay? All right, so the second mistake that most of you guys make is waiting for grants instead of creating revenue streams. Revenue streams. Excuse me. The dust, or actually generating revenue. Okay. Now, I don't know where this mindset comes from, but it's the dependency mindset for me. It is the I'm looking for a savior in my life mindset for me. Jesus Christ already died on the cross for our sins. That's the only savior you're going to have in your life, period. Period. Just because Donald Trump gave out, stimulus checks, blah, 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 that wasn't even enough. That's not savior. That's not none of that. Like, no. Okay. Okay. It's not how this works. When you sign up to be an entrepreneur, the E stands for execution. When you sign up to be an entrepreneur, that means EA Sports. You in the game. That means you're in the game. And when you get in this game, that means you are your own team and you are the one that has to win to get to the Super Bowl. You are the one. You are the one that is over your entire team. You have to hire your quarterback. You have to hire your running back. You have to hire everybody for the whole entire team. You have to make sure your team understands the plays. You have to understand that everybody executes the actual plays. Entrepreneurship does not say, oh, I'm going to get an LLC. That way I can get funding so I can fund this lifestyle and take vacations whenever I have you. No, this is a 24/7 thing. This is not a cute thing where you just clock in and clock out. No, you have to be able to build yourself to a point where you're actually able to afford to do those things. Seriously. So why this is keeping you broke, right? Because you're waiting for grants instead of creating revenue streams. You are expecting a magical free money, right? Free money to give you a magical fix for your financial struggles. And that's not how this works. Even with loans, when you take out a loan, that's not free money. You got to pay it back with interest. 2, grants are not guaranteed. If you're not making money, you don't have a real business. And when they say we are looking to fund small businesses, a business is one that is generating revenue. Oh, but Shelby, I got a startup and I need some capital for my startup. How can you show that you committed? Like what? Okay, so you need money for your startup. You want us to give you $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 for your startup, but you don't even know if you're even good at selling this product or service. You don't even have an actual good execution strategy on how you're going to generate revenue. You don't even know what your revenue goals are. You don't even have proper softwares and systems and bookkeeping systems in place to be able to keep things on track. Like, this makes no sense. And 3, you guys rely on one source of income, whether it's a 9-to-5 or one product or service. In entrepreneurship, at least not even 7 streams of income anymore, but at least 7 streams of income. If you are doing something like plumbing, all right, a service of plumbing, a service of engineering, a service of cleaning houses, especially cleaning houses, there's so many different streams. Okay, boom, you can do a cleaning calendar, sell it on Etsy, digital products, right? You can do another digital product, cleaning books, how to use actual household products like lime and baking soda and vinegar, and how vinegar and lime, if you put that concoction together, it will clean your glass. The best ways for keeping your hardwood floors clean instead of washing or laminate floors. Most of these apartments come with, instead of cleaning your floors with hot water, how about do it with cold water? Then you have your actual service. Okay, we clean Airbnbs and hotels or whatever, and then we clean residential properties single family homes, whatever case may be. That's 5 already. And 1 could be consulting, teaching other people how to create their own business, and there you go, franchising. 7 streams of income that I literally just came out of nowhere, off the top of my head, for cleaning businesses. Create multiple streams of income. You can sell digital products, offer consultations, introduce new services. 2, use your existing skills to make money today instead of waiting on a grant approval. I'll go back to the woman that I spoke to earlier who said that she wanted some money so she can actually open up her own. She can, like, she needs a physical building, kind of like doing a YMCA thing, youth development project, right? However, she's a 501c3, but she says, "Oh, I need some funding." I hate when I hear that. "Oh, I need some funding so I can do this." And then I asked the question, "Well, what have you done?" Me and her, we talked back in November. So November, December, January, February, March. So we 4 months in. What have you done in these 4 months? Have you done anything to raise money? She said, "Well, right now I'm starting a drill team." How will a drill step team, how does that go with youth development? "Oh, well, it teaches the young girls, discipline. It teaches them leadership skills, whatever have you." Well, doesn't seem like that to me. I was on a drill step team and I wasn't the leader. So I was also a cheerleader. So the only person who was a leader was the cheer captain. She learned leadership skills. Discipline, okay, I can see that. But you're also being gender biased. So where's your inclusion in it? I literally told her directly, straight to the point. I said, also, how are you crowdfunding? How are you raising money to go towards, because you're a nonprofit. So it's really a thing where you have to raise money some way, somehow. You have to find a creative way to raise money. How are you raising money to go towards your YMCA building? She was like, "Yeah, right. So that's why I need you. Right. Book a consultation, because this 20 minutes, you're actually going to piss me off, because literally 4 months. And you mean to tell me you haven't been able to sit down and strategize on a way that you could create this drill team, charge the parents of all 50 of these girls that you're going to have at the drill team, and a percentage of that can go towards this, and also have like a parent teacher meeting, like it's not even teacher, but a parent coach conference, and tell them, hey, this is what we plan to do. And I know that you will love your girls to be in this private property, private place where they can always come to. We want to develop to this. So with your money or with your consistent donations, if you guys will, every month you can donate like $25, $30, $40, $50. Here's the link. And your donations will go towards us developing this. Have you created any type of 4 months? What are we doing? So it's important. All right. 4 months have gone by. That's how many weeks? That's how many days? There's 120 days. You have wasted. Time is money. Money is time, for real. All right. So identify one way you can make money in your business this week, and do it. Do it. Do it. Okay. All right. Number 3. We got 2 more to go, and then I'm actually going to answer any questions that you guys have. The third reason why most startups and small business owners don't make money, they stay broke, right? And this is the third mistake, right? Is there's no business financials or any type of tracking system. You need to track. You need to have measurable impact. They're going to ask you for this on these grant applications. You want to ask for money, ask for a handout, then they're going to ask you, why should we give you $150,000? You want to start a trucking company. Well, have you ever in your lifespan handled $150,000? This is why when you go for loans, they check your credit and they check your financial background, because they want to see, have you ever even handled 10% of this? Do you have a $15,000 credit card that we can see how you're operating? What are your banking relationships like? Those things matter. So, all right, cool. You don't know how much money you're making or spending. Profit loss. If a funder asks for a profit loss statement, you have nothing to show. No financial records equals no funding, equals no investors, equals no business credit. What is your profit loss? How much money are you making from cleaning houses? How much does it cost for you to keep the business afloat? That means your equipment. How much does it mean that you have to pay monthly so you can stay on top of or stay active on these gig apps like Thumbtack? Do you have to pay for that? Your softwares and systems to keep yourself active? What is the profit and what is the loss? And let's look at the percentage of this. And then we need to make sure that whatever that percentage is at least 20% or 20% or more. which means your profits should be over 20% of what your losses is. Separate your business and personal finances. Get an actual business bank account that will help you out. Grantors will not give you any money to your personal bank account. That's not going to happen. Not in 2025. Use bookkeeping softwares. I use QuickBooks. You guys can use QuickBooks, Excel spreadsheets if you want to, or you can use this other place called Wave. Track every dollar that is coming in and out of your business, including customer. You need some traction. You need to be able to track all that stuff. That's what that means. Start tracking your finances immediately, even if you're only making a few sales per month. Immediately. Because even when you're applying to a grant, at least you can say, well, we got 3 sales this month. Well, congratulations, you're a startup, and we know you're a startup, but at least you're making sales. Like, shout out to you versus all the other people who are startups and they ain't even catching out one sale, but they over here applying to this $150,000 grant thinking that we just finna give them a handout. Shout out to you to actually creating awareness around your product or service. That part. All right, so number 4. The 4th mistake is there's no clear business model. You can't explain how you're making money. This one eats a lot of y'all up. This is why it's keeping you broke. If you can't explain how your business generates revenue, nobody will fund you. I said this before. Who is paying you? How much are they paying you? How often? If you can't clearly explain that, then they won't trust you. They don't see you as a responsible entrepreneur. Many entrepreneurs register LLCs, but they never actually build a business. Like I said, a business is something that generates revenue. An LLC is just paperwork. Funders don't invest in confusion. They want clarity and a structured business model. So, going back to my lady, she asked me, should I be a nonprofit or a for-profit for the one that is like doing the youth development center? And I'm like, well, after you have already done and waited all this time to get the 501c3 through the IRS, now you are just now asking me if you should or should not be a for-profit or nonprofit. I said, so let me ask you this question. Do you want to make money from this or not? She said, well, I definitely want to make money from it. And I said, oh, okay. Sounds like you're a for-profit then. I said, so if you're going to be a for-profit, are you going to charge parents on your programs that you are doing? Let's say, for example, my son might want to learn, I don't know, plumbing. What does that look like? How much is that? How often am I paying you? I heard the confusion inside of her voice. If she was talking to somebody, if she was on a Zoom call with some grantors, they would say, okay, thank you so much for your time, and we'll get back with you. And you will never hear from them ever again. That will be it. So develop a clear offer and pricing structure. This is very important. Develop a clear offer and a pricing structure. How much does it cost for you to sell this product? All right. What is the price structure? How many of these products do you even have? Like, you know what I mean? If you're going to do lip glosses, how many lip glosses are you selling? If you're doing eyelashes, how many eyelashes are you selling? If you're doing press-on nails, how many of them are you selling? If you are a barber and you decide that you want to actually start selling barbering combs, the sponges, or you want to sell your own clippers, how many of those are you selling and at how much? Know who your customers are, what is the problem you solve, and how you make money. It's important. Know who your customers are. What is the problem? Your customer is not the problem that you solve. Your customer is not, okay, my customers is people who don't have good credit. Well, the problem is they don't have good credit, but that's not the customer. Who is the customer? Because that could be somebody who actually makes really good money. I'm talking like 6 figures a month. They just simply don't care about having a good credit profile. So are you saying that everybody, all of your customers are just individuals who are low income, or do they generate what kind of revenue? Where do they shop? Like, know your customer. What's the problem you solve and how you're going to make money, okay? Build a business plan that outlines your revenue streams. This is why it's important to have a business plan. But even when you guys, and I noticed that you guys start to do this, even when you hire me, when you hire somebody on Fiverr, Upwork, or you hire like a third party to do your business plan, that business plan is a professional document to show to other funders, investors, or whoever's looking at your business that you do have a clear and concise plan and that you know your market, right? But it's important for you to read through that. You don't just pay somebody to do your business plan and you just let it go and you only provide the business plan whenever they ask for it, because they're going to come back and when they're interested, they're going to come back and ask you questions. If your answers do not correspond with your business plan, which should correspond with your pitch deck, which should correspond with your website, which should correspond with your pitch video, if it does not all correspond with your mission in general, if you're saying in your business plan your mission is to help people have help seniors get to and from their doctor's appointments, in the business plans it says that you are here to help persons with disabilities get to their chemotherapy sessions or whatever can have you. And then in your pitch deck, it's like saying the same thing about persons with disabilities and their chemo situations, right? Or you're helping cancer patients get like their chemotherapy sessions. And then like your pitch video is like, oh, we help like seniors and veterans and stuff get to and from their doctor's appointments, and we're also helping them like go shopping and stuff. And then your website is saying like, oh, we are a medical courier service. Like nothing corresponds, which causes confusion, which is the number one reason why most of these funders, or you're not getting like any type of investments, you're not getting any grants. None of your answers make sense. It does not correspond with your business plan. It doesn't correspond with your pitch video. You don't even have a website that we can actually Google you to know if you're actually legit. All right, so here's your action step. Write down your business model in one sentence. Here's the sentence. The sentence is, I help blank. So who do you help? I help who solve this problem by offering this solution, and they pay me this price. I'll say it again. Write down your business model in one sentence. I help these people. I solve this problem by offering this solution, and they pay me this price. I help so and so solve this problem by offering this solution, and they pay me this price. Cool. All right. And last but not least, the fifth mistake that most of you guys make is consuming too much free content and never taking action. I talked about this last week, and keep in mind, this is like really a recap just to give you reassurance on whether or not you're ready for like this funding world for real. All right. Cool. All right. So why this is keeping you guys like stuck in the same restart cycle. You watch videos like on YouTube, you attend these free webinars, and you're taking notes, but you're not executing on them, or you're executing poorly. Like you'll do half of the work that day and then you'll say, okay, I'll come back to it, and life will happen. And then you're like, oh, I forgot all about it. And next thing you know, you got a legal pad full of stuff that you haven't even executed on, or a notebook or a notepad full of stuff that you didn't execute on. And then you looking around trying to figure out why you keep being in the same restart cycle. Some of you guys actually like being in the restart cycle. You actually like and enjoy saying, oh, I started this company, or I'm starting this company, or I have this company, but you're not generating any revenue, which is why you can't play in the big leagues. This is why when you go to networking events, you probably sit at these tables by yourself, or you know who to sit next to, which will be other startups who are on the same execution strategy or styles as you. You can't go sit with the big dogs at the table that I'm sitting at, because we actually talking about, yeah, man, did you what type of software you using for your bookkeeping, this and that, blah, blah, blah. We having like different conversations. Yeah, I did this, and this only generated like $30,000, but I'm trying to figure out how I can make like $150,000 off of this, or whatever the case. Like we sharing like different type of information, and that table might intimidate you. I know it's a mindset thing, but when you sign up for entrepreneurship, the E stands for execution. And so some of you guys are literally not executing on none of this information I'm telling you. You watch my videos. You know what's crazy? I got people that actually watch my YouTube videos, right? And you still text me and you ask me how to search and apply to grants, and I will refer you back to my video because I have videos on here that literally thoroughly outlines how to search and apply to grants. But what you're doing is you're not comprehending it, or you refuse to comprehend it, or you're not paying attention. Experience is the best teacher. You have to execute. You also feel like you're learning, but you're not. Well, you feel like you're learning, but you're not implementing anything, like implementing or comprehending. So you're on these webinars, you're writing stuff down, writing stuff down, writing stuff down, writing stuff down. You want to know how you. I remember hearing this. One of my middle school teachers, he told me this, Mr. Thomas. He was my history teacher, black bald headed guy, amazing brother. Okay, he said this. He said, "You know, you've learned something when you can go home and you can teach it to your siblings." That was a light bulb to me. After that, I was literally teaching my younger siblings all types of stuff. I literally paved the way for them. Now they still make their own decisions in life. They're 24, 25 years old now. But I would teach them things so that way they could, one, it gave me reassurance and clarity that I actually learned something. And two, I wanted them to have an easier way of development. By the time they get to like this grade or whatever have you, they already know this information so they can ace the test like it's nothing. And it actually did work in some cases. No action equals no progress, which equals no money. You got an LLC, but you ain't putting no action behind nothing. You ain't standing on business at all, which means you ain't making no progress, which means you ain't making no money. You ain't pushing, you got the P. You ain't pushing the P. You ain't making the P, which means you ain't making the P. You ain't making the money. Period. Here's some three ways you can combat that. One, you need to set some deadlines. You need to set some deadlines on implementing what you learn. Set a deadline, and you need to be serious. You need to hold yourself accountable. Discipline is key. Discipline is key in this thing. You got to sacrifice. You got to learn discipline. You got to learn responsibility. You got to learn accountability. You got to be good. You got to learn. You got to learn customer service. Yes, all of these skills that you actually already have within you just by clocking in and working a 9 to 5. You already have these skills. You just need to put these skills into your business. Set deadlines. Take one business action daily, even if it's small, one by one. No more YouTube University videos. It's time for you to start executing on everything you already know. If you watch a video on how to develop a marketing strategy and them people told you so many different AI tools you can use and you don't know how to use AI, well then you watch the video on how to use AI. Did you actually sit down and go to these websites to learn how it works? Experience is the best teacher. So you're gonna say, oh, okay, because they said that you could do this by AI. Child, I don't know nothing about AI. So you're gonna keep yourself dumb. 2025, I'm not cutting no corners. This is not the playground. This is not Care Bears television. I'm being direct, straightforward with y'all because y'all are entrepreneurs and y'all are grown. In 2025, if you don't know what AI is, I spoke with a woman literally 2 weeks ago. She said, what is AI? I said, huh? From Cleveland, Ohio. What? What? They got robots literally replacing your job left and right every day. If you don't know what AI is and make AI work for you, you need to develop. Take one business action daily, even if it's small. Invest in paid mentorships or services that push you to execute. You guys are a part of different mentorship groups and community groups. And you guys are not like gaining your own, like, what do I want to say, accountability partners. You're a part of a Facebook community that has thousands of people. Find somebody in there who's always commenting or always active and say, hey, are you willing to be my accountability partner? And you guys every Saturday hop on a Zoom call. I had a few accountability partners on my development process as well. Matter of fact, I had an amazing one. Her name was Sierra. And I pray to God that she watches this one day. Amazing mother, amazing person, all of this stuff, right? And she was such a great accountability partner. She's a nurse. So she's a nurse, like she's one of those nurses where she like runs the floor. So she worked 12-hour shifts overnight, and she still woke up almost every morning and got on Zoom call. Like when she got off of work, I would give her like 4 hours or whatever to sleep. And then I would be like, all right, come on, let's get on Zoom so we can work on a business. She did credit consulting, and she was so good at it. Like, and I was doing the whole grant thing. So we were like, this was in my beginning stages. Sierra was an amazing accountability partner. How did I meet her? In a mentorship group that we both executed our money. We both sacrificed our money to be in, to learn about finances and credit and all this stuff. Yes. You need an accountability partner. So many of y'all have paid for these mentorship groups. You've also stopped paying because you feel like you don't see any value in it, simply because you do not pay attention and you are actually not active in these groups, and you feel like you don't want to ask any questions because you don't want to look stupid, when actually there's no question that is a dumb question, because the same question you probably have, 50 other people in the group probably had that same question. They just don't have the courage to put it out there. When are you going to build courage and actually put yourself out there and say, hey, y'all, I'm having a problem with understanding this. I watched this video in a mentorship group. I know you, some of you guys are probably ahead, but I need somebody that can help me walk through this process and give me clarity and reassurance on what they meant by this. I told you guys about the woman that I had a consultation with last week, where she was like, oh, I'm a part of this mentorship group and we're doing like trucking and stuff. And they told me in the trucking industry that I need to build a website for these funders so I can get loans and stuff. I don't know why she came to me and asked me this, because you guys know I hate loans, lines of credit, and credit cards. I hate it. But then she was like, and they said in the mentorship group, mind you, I'm not a part of the mentorship group. I'm not your mentor. You're not paying me, but okay. Then she was like, so they said that you need to do the website like you're a consultant, like you're consulting people on how to start a trucking business. But I never did a trucking business. This is my first. I don't even have a truck, and I just don't know how to go about that. I said, well, did you ask anybody in the actual mentorship group that you're a part of, that you paid to be a part of, how you should actually structure this website? Oh yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm not finna give you A, B, C, or D. Like, I don't like loans. There's no Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. You think I want to tell you, oh, go get a loan when I know your loan and your money is not protected as a black woman? No. You ain't finna come to me 2 years from now or a year from now when things really turn up in the U.S. and in U.S. economics, and you like, Shelby, why did you tell me to take that loan? I never told you to take any type of loan. That's not even in my vocabulary. Absolutely not. I like grants, accelerator programs, investment capital, incubators, debt-free money. That's it. Stop just watching and start doing. All right. Write down one thing you will execute today and take action immediately. All right. So some final takeaways, and then you guys go ahead and drop your questions in the chat. I know I've seen y'all being interactive. So drop your questions down in the chat that you have for me about what we talked about. We went over the 5 reasons, or the 5 common mistakes, right? Most startups and small business owners do. But if let's talk about some takeaways while you guys are writing your questions. If your business isn't structured, profitable, or documented, you're not grant ready. Now I'm gonna give you that reassurance right now. If your business isn't structured, profitable, or documented, you're not grant ready. Treat your business like it's a company, not a hobby. All right. Grants are not a financial rescue plan. That's not how this works. Build a revenue streams today. Grants will not rescue you. Most of these small business owners or medium enterprises that use grants, they use them as a safety net, or they use them for small projects to help them develop more streams of income or increase. All right. Okay. If you can't track your money, you won't get money. Simple. Execution over learning. Take action today. All right. You need to execute more, and you've already learned enough, so you need to execute on it. All right. So I want you to drop your questions or concerns, and also I want you guys to tell me, drop a comment and tell me one business mistake that you know that you've been doing, and that that you're going to fix. Like, you're going to commit to fixing this. All right. I want to Excuse me. I want to know what challenges you guys are facing. All right, so that was my spiel. I have all my notes here, so we can be properly prepared. All right, so let me see what are y'all saying. All right, my only question is, how much are your consultations? It's $100, and does it help us get grant ready? Yes, it does. My consultations is going to help you gain reassurance and clarity on an execution strategy. So if you already make money, you're already applying to grants, we actually dive deeper into what is your grant execution strategy. It's not just about grants, it's about making you money. I'm a business development coach. So I write grants. I'm a 71% successful grant writer, but ultimately I'm a business development coach. My business is called Superior Business Development Solutions. So that's what I do. So yeah, it's $100, and the link is in the description. When getting an LLC, should business insurance already be available along with filing an LLC? So to give you my answer, do what you can afford. Do what you can afford. If you have a business, like let's say for example, a trucking business, well, obviously you have to have insurance in place in order before you even put your truck on the road. If you're doing something that's like a cleaning business, that where you can clean a few houses and then you can actually build up the money to have insurance, then go ahead and do your houses, do your thing, develop your money, and then have insurance. Me personally, I don't have insurance. I'm a consulting business. I don't have to have insurance. I make sure I have enough money in my investment portfolios just in case, and I don't ever think I will ever be sued. But if something was to happen in any of my businesses, like any of my tech companies, my agriculture developments, whatever the case may be, I have enough money in the bank to be able to help me out, me and my lawyer, right? So that's a different situation. But it depends on the type of business that you have. If you're doing plumbing, electrician, like electrical work, stuff like that, yeah, you might need some insurances. And you can do a few gigs first and then save the money and then purchase next insurance or something. One mistake was not tracking my income. Got to track it, friend. Are these grants tied to specific business obligations? So like no. So if you're asking for a grant, in most cases these grants are like specific business obligations, like okay, we're only giving you grant just so you can hire people for your payroll. You have some that's like that. You have some that where they're like, okay, we're giving you money only to, or in most cases they won't even give you money, they'll give you what's called in-kind services. So they might give you the team to work, or they might give you the softwares and systems that you can use to have tech in your business or whatever have you. So in most cases no, but search for the grants that serve in your favor, that goes aligns with your mission. If you don't want a grant that has business obligations, then keep on pushing, like grantwatch.com. My only question is, okay, I already answered that. Interesting. I never thought about grants. Are you talking about grants for startups? Yeah, but this is it. Quarter 1 is over. So yeah. Yeah, I can create logos and marketing plans. Rather, sacrifice and humility is what I need to focus on. Yeah, you do. Facts. If you're not using AI, you're behind. Yep, I'm all in your lives and still haven't executed. Yeah, that's not good. You need to confess that to God and see if God can give you some clarity on the reasons for why you are keeping yourself in this, like what's holding you back. Because you're hurting yourself, essentially. What do you do or say when you need a commercial space to start your business? To start? What do you do or say when you need a commercial space to start your business? Well, you have an actual plan and you go for the money. Simple. This commercial place will allow us to have this many people, and it will allow us to provide this many jobs. We'll be able to produce this many products and services. We'll be able to increase in revenue in this way, which will be impactful and to these people who we are serving, who have this problem, and we solve by doing this. A plan, a pitch. I went over this yesterday. Grantwatch.com. What other questions do you guys have? It's like the last 5-10 minutes. Last 5-10 minutes. Whatever questions you guys may have, you can go ahead and ask them. When April 1st comes, I'm not allowing you guys to have free consultations on live. This is pretty much what this is. All of this, oh, I'm sitting here asking you questions. No, You have 1 week left. One amazing week left. 1 week left. And that's it. When April 1st comes, I'm only talking to tech companies and people who are already generating revenue. Do we pay estimated taxes quarterly or yearly? I don't know. That's a certified public accountant question. I'm not a CPA. What do I suggest? I don't know. You have to speak with your accountant about that. I'm not an accountant. Hello. Hey, patient. Hey, do you have a WhatsApp number? I do, but only my clients who are in the tier 3 get my WhatsApp number. You're not getting my WhatsApp number, so you can text me whenever you can. I'm a 71% successful grant writer with 10 years of entrepreneurship experience. You're going to pay $100 for a one-on-one consultation. You're going to see value in everything that I'm saying. And if you don't see value in paying just $100 to speak with me on how to execute or how to develop a strategy, absolutely not. You're not the type of client I'm looking for. And I'm being so direct. Y'all don't understand the half that I actually really do. And I'm not barking at you. I'm not being malicious. I'm not being a mean girl. But it's literally a thing where it's like you have to see value. If you are actually on these live streams and you actually sign up as a member, things like that, like you have to make it make sense. You know, if you want more information or more tailored support, you got to be willing to pay for it. Alex Harmozy, you know what I mean? Layla Harmozy, uh, Grant Cardone, Coach Stormy Wellington. Who else can I name? Myron Golden. All of these people, you want to know how much your consultations are? Bare minimum, just to have a little 30-minute lunch. We talking 100,000 or better. So what are we doing here? And I'm just saying $100. Like, this is when April 1st comes. Yeah. Consultations are 45 minutes. They're recorded and come with questions so you can get all of the reassurance and clarity that you need. Don't waste your money or your time. Make sure you write down some questions. I like challenging questions too. Okay. I think we need to do a one-on-one consultation. Cool. Besides entrepreneur experience, do you have any formal experience, business school, etc.? Yep. I am a USF graduate. I became a nurse, left the nursing industry because I don't like the politics of nursing. I have 10 years of experience as an entrepreneur, 71% successful grant writer. I'm certified as a grant writer as well for the last 6-7 years. I have been on YouTube for the last 6 years, and I've helped build other creators. I have a website, superchargemybusiness.com, and an Etsy store that's 5 stars. I have video testimonials from people who said that I actually do give good gems. People who are a part of my mentorship, not mentorship, sorry, people who actually join these live streams like Rio and so many others. They've actually came on here and said, hey, you guys, I won a grant off of Shelby's tips and all of that good stuff. So yeah, like, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I have meritness. You can Google me. Anytime you're Googling how to apply to a grant, I'm going to show up. That's just what's going to happen. All right. Yes, you have to be willing to pay the service you offer. Do you think the consult is the route to go if I haven't started making any money yet? Um, it's up to you, right? You need to ask yourself, do I actually need clarity and reassurance on how to start making money? Because and then if you need help on developing a execution strategy on how to make money, then you can either go on YouTube and try to figure it out, or sit down and try to jot some things down and figure it out, or you can book a one-on-one consultation, and then you can ask me questions. You can tell me about what your idea is, and we can walk along the steps, and I can say, okay, well, you can do this, and this. I believe you. I was just asking. That's a great thing. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't saying that whether you believe me or not. I was saying you could just Google it. Like, you could just Google it. I'm not like I fun fact, I'm in Africa right now. It's about to be 10 minutes to 4 p.m. And where you see me, I'm like literally redeveloping property. I'm into international real estate, agriculture, investments, all kind of stuff. And I'm also here on a $5 million grant. So I don't have to come on here every day. I can really rub my feet together every day, watch me some Netflix and Amazon. And I love that the new David story, or the book of David. I love that one. Y'all know I'm Christian, so I love the book of David. I can rub my feet together, eat ice cream all day. But no, I dedicate my time to making sure that you guys in the startup world, and not even just startups, but also small business owners and stuff, that you guys have the actual, that you have like some real good quality dedicated help out here that is affordable. Grant writers, right? My peers, my constituencies, right? Everybody who, like all of my peers, they're charging at least $1,000 per grant application. I'm the most affordable certified grant writer there is out here with this type of experience. And so I've gotten also to a point where I'm kind of tired. I am tired, actually. I'm past tired. And so I only want to service tech companies and revenue generating businesses that can show measure of impact. That's it. So that's why I'm like, quarter one, when April 1st comes, quarter one is over. We're in quarter two, which means that's it. I'm targeting my people, and that's it. That is it. That is it. You will literally have to book consultations. That's it. Dane says you forced to be reckoned with. I mean, don't take it personal. It's business. Your business is upset with you because you literally are not executing on it, on the idea. So you're a force to be reckoned with yourself, because you keep blocking yourself from being able to execute. And then now your business is hanging. And then, which means the people that actually need your solution, that means you are like forcing us to shop with other people who might not have a good quality like how you do. So why you want to do us like that? I need to pay you this week. I have to come to trust your advice, so I can't let this opportunity go. Yeah, or you can just go to God. I'm not Jesus Christ. You know who you can trust? The Lord. You don't gotta pay me. Just ask God. One-on-one with Shelby is very rewarding. Shelby is the truth, you guys. Thank you so much. Grants are not just for nonprofits, correct? That is correct. You have for-profit opportunities and nonprofits. Yeah, you don't have to come on here, but when God put you here to change lives, that's what you do. And I've been doing that for the last 6 years. And God has also been telling me they have enough information, Shelby. Now, here is where me and you, we can connect, the original me. You are in your own way of being able to develop. I am also in my own way as well. We know how? Cool. The fear of the unknown and comfortability. I'm comfortable by consistently saying the same thing all the time, or coming on here speaking to the same audience all the time. That's comfortability. And I know how much I can profit from this type of audience. Startups. The fear of the unknown is changing the direction in the conversation, elevating the conversation, possibly losing followers, losing revenue in the process, and also not knowing exactly when I would actually get that tech company, that tech founder, or that actual high ticket client that I'm actually targeting my YouTube lives and my content to. So because I have fear of the unknown and I don't know what that looks like, and I don't even know if it's a good idea, guess what? For the past year, for the past year and 4 months, I've been stuck in this same cycle as well. So yes, you have to keep elevating. Yes, I'm being completely honest. See, one thing about me, I can take accountability for my stuff. I take full responsibility and accountability for not listening to God when God told me all the way back when I was staying in Panama, they got enough information. You've already said enough. I'm taking you all around the world. You need to be talking to people, Lebanese people. You need to be talking to other Africans who got big money, big millionaires and billionaires. It's time for you to start doing these stuff. You're doing international real estate. You are a co-founder of tech companies. You need to pull all of these other people who actually need you in these sectors, who actually have the money. They just simply don't have the time to do it. but you're so comfortable with speaking directly to these startups, and you're going through so much of a headache with them because they don't comprehend what you're saying. They refuse to comprehend. And then when you tell them to be consistent in your programs and stuff, they're inconsistent simply because they are not ready for this. So look like we in the same boat, but not for long. Because when April 1st come, I promise you, I ain't gonna be here. That's why I'm doing this marathon with you guys, March marathon. That's what I call it. Where every day we're doing like business development talks. We're on here every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time, 9 a.m., 5 p.m., 9 a.m., 5 p.m. That's why we're having a conversation, because guess what? When April 1st come, one thing about me, I'm disciplined enough to say, no, because I want to see greater for myself. And I really do want to keep helping everybody. And that is me being biased by only helping persons that have low income and keeping my prices at this affordable price I keep saying. But I'm not Walmart. Mm-mm. It's time for me to be Whole Foods. You know what I mean? That's what I deserve, that in my life. For sure. Apologies, did you answer my question? How can I go about getting grants or help to get commercial space to actually start my business? Yeah, I did answer the question. I hate that I have to repeat myself. I did. The answer to the question was, you just simply create a plan that explains how the space will be impactful, how much it costs, and what area you was looking at. Simple. What country in Africa am I in? Nigeria. Yep, I know exactly the cycle and fear you are speaking of. Of course you do. Of course I know about it, because I've been in the same position every time it cost me, or it caused for me, CAUSE. Every time it caused for me to elevate so I can go help these people, I want to stay here. Because that gap right there, you have to experience that gap. And inside of this gap, right here, I'm helping y'all. Y'all, the startups. But I'm supposed to be helping the people who really got the money that can pay me like $100,000 a year, whatever case may be. They are doing real estate developments, all kind of stuff. They can pay me to do a lot of things, from contracts to starting new companies to hiring a team to doing all kinds of business stuff, right? But this gap right here, this gap is the fear of the unknown. This gap takes me to learn, takes me to execute. It is experience. I also could possibly lose money, or I can gain money. Who knows? It's the unknown. But every day I have to start going at it, going at it, going at it. And eventually I'll be there. And the next time it's going to be like, okay, I finally reached here. Now it's time to go here. But I can't keep being in that same, and we're human. It's not like, we're human. We're not robots. So yeah, it's always going to be the fear of the unknown. You don't know what's going on. You don't know how to move forward about it, but you have to trust God. God first. I don't know much about you, but you are making a difference, promise, and it will pay off. Yeah. Yeah. But you know, like, it's already paying off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but it's already paying off. I can honestly say, like, I'm blessed. I can't say that I'm not sitting here like saying all of my fear of the unknown or whatever case. I'm not like crying about it or anything. I'm just simply taking accountability and relating to you and letting you guys know that, hey, I know where you are, because I've consistently been in that spot as well. But I'm not a startup. I'm a 10-year entrepreneur, and I'm telling you this. And nobody's perfect. How does one increase the brand equity of a business while maintaining profit margins? So, good question. Brand equity. I mean, depending on where you are. So, like, that can be answered in so many different ways. Okay. Brand equity of your business is literally, if you are the face of your company, that's a whole different conversation. If you have like a faceless company, how are you presenting your service or product, blah blah blah. How are you solving the problem? Things like that. That's the brand equity, right? And then maintaining profit margins. So, like, what do you mean by that? Explain that to me. Like, you have to give me like actual numbers so I can answer that question much better. I mean, increasing the brand equity of your business is simply reinvesting into your brand awareness, and there you go. Maintaining the profit margins is all right. Well, we know that we want to continue to make this in profit, so whatever we're selling in this product or however we're selling for this product, like we need to gain this many customers, this many users, this many people so we can keep our profit margin, or if so we can increase the profit margin. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a deeper conversation 101. Also, like kind of an accounting question too. You have some really good accounting questions. Any last questions, you guys? Mm-hmm. Any more questions? No, thank you. Okay, yeah, of course, of course. Let's say your trucking company is offered a contract to haul containers from the port to a warehouse. The client offers you $450 per load, and each round trip takes about 3 hours to complete. So, so as far as in like increasing the brand equity of your business while maintaining the profit margins and answering that two-part, I guess, question, you would say, I would just mainly focus on like the service quality. That's what I would do. Focus on the service quality and explaining to them and whatever you want to make. So if the client offers you 450, but say you want to make 550 or you want to make 650, well, you need to explain to them why they are paying more than what they offer, right? And focusing on the value of that. And the client offers you 450 per load, and each round trip takes about 3 hours to complete. So that's like in trucking. So I don't know how that works. So it's like I guess 450 there and 450 back. I guess that's how that works. Or is it just 450 there and each round trip takes about 3 hours? Yeah, that's like math, honestly. But I want to know like what. Okay, I'll hit you in the one-on-one things. Right? Yep, that would be cool. Yeah, that's like a trucking math question. But yeah, I mean, you can ask me. We can go through simple math because it sounds like simple math to me. I mean, if you want, it depends on what you want to get paid on that particular load. If they're offering you 450, but you want to get paid 650, then you need to express to them what's the value that they're getting. Okay, well, round trip it's 3 hours, but we can probably get there in 2 hours and 30 minutes by taking these routes. Something like that. I don't know, right? Getting there quicker, whatever the value of that is. Or we have like it's containers, so we have like these super strong um latches or whatever have you, like equipment that will make sure the containers don't rock or whatever have you. Like, what is the value of them paying an extra $200, whatever your price is per load? And yeah, so it's all about what you want to get out of it, no matter what the offer is, and standing on business behind explaining or expressing what the value of your service is. That's how you increase brand equity, right, while maintaining profit margins. Hey, how you doing? I hope that answered your question. I answered it in the most simplest way possible. I answered it in the simplest way possible. All right, you guys, if there's no further questions, really do appreciate you hanging out with me today. I'll see you guys later. We've done a 1 hour live stream, which I didn't want to do, but we did anyway. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out. And I'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Okay.